What is up, Gamer Army? Welcome to another exciting and fun-filled episode of Psycho Gamer. I am your host, Aubrey. And today we are going to go ahead and talk about an arcade cabinet that isn't on the Arcade1up list, or even the Arcade1up website. So, stay tuned. We're going to go ahead and talk about that in just a second. Remember to like and subscribe, turn on post notifications, and we'll be right on back. Welcome back, guys. Like I said, we are going to talk about a brand new Arcade1up cabinet that has not been officially announced or shown any place else, not any websites. However, there have been people who have been posting things on Reddit and some of the subreddits, as well as around the internet, showing off a new machine that looks like it is shrink wrapped and also put on some pallets. What game is this? Well, we are going to talk about Super Pac-Man. Yes, Super Pac-Man. As I've seen a couple people say on different Reddit forums, wow, the Pac-Man cabinets never seem to end. Why? Because there was a lot of Pac-Man games. There really were a lot of Pac-Man games. Now, the only downside I'm seeing with a lot of the Arcade1up Pac-Man games is they're recycling many and many and many of the same games. Now, it's cool that we have different looks and different designs of some of these arcade cabinets, but I think in some ways people are starting to get burned out from Pac-Man. Now, Miss Pac-Man, that's a different story, coming out soon as well. If you haven't pre-ordered it yet, we're going to have some links below, so you can go ahead and pre-order any of those games as you see fit. But first off, we're going to go ahead and click over into my computer screen over here. We're going to go over a couple of the little things or pieces of evidence that have been floating around the internet the past few days. So here we go over to my computer. All right, here we are. This is actually a Reddit forum that shows off what looks like a Super Pac-Man cabinet, which looked pretty cool. I mean, some people like the actual design where it was just right at maybe a 45-degree angle. Looks like the joystick and everything was going to be designed much like that as well. Now, from what I can understand, this most likely would have been a concept art where they were trying to maybe build a little bit of excitement with some people, but it wasn't officially released. Now, the actual picture that we have of it being on a pallet is right here. So if you notice, it's shrink wrapped. Now, some of the games that are going to come with the Super Pac-Man, obviously Pac-Man, Super Pac-Man, Pac-Mania, Galaga, Galaxian, Dig Dug, and also Pac-land. So there's a lot of different games on here that are not Pac-Man related. Maybe a little over half the games are actually Pac-Man on here. So you've got Dig Dug, Galaga, and Galaxian. Those three are kind of working on having their own machines, or they've already got their own machines. Now, again, many of these games have been put on so many of the other arcade cabinets, like your 40th anniversary Pac-Man collection. Some of these, like Galaga and Galaxian, if I'm not mistaken, Arcade1up did release an arcade machine that had just those particular games on it as well. But many of these games have been released on different machines. So I can understand people saying, oh, we're kind of getting a little burned out of some of these Pac-Man games. Are you getting tired of Pac-Man? I don't think everybody's going to get tired of Pac-Man, but having 5 or 6 different variants is going to wear on some people. So I'm not really sure on how I feel about the Super Pac-Man. Now, when you look at the concept art and actually look at how it actually looks, I almost thought they were going to take a look from either the 40th anniversary Pac-Man or the regular Pac-Man cabinet that they actually released, and just kind of slap a new coat of paint on this particular machine. But they didn't do that. They actually redesigned it. It looks completely different from the other machines. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. What do you guys think of Super Pac-Man? What other games are you excited for Arcade1up to be releasing? I know they got the next 3 or 4 games that are coming out here within this month or next month. But Miss Pac-Man, you're going to have your 3-quarter, you're going to have your player versus player versions of Miss Pac-Man. What do you think? Again, I appreciate each and every one of you coming out and watching my videos. Make sure you give me a like, give me a subscribe, turn on those post notifications, share my videos with your friends or with your Facebook, Twitter, any of those other ones. And until next time, guys, game on.